Scene 6. Enter King Hamlet, Queen Gertrude, Claudius, Hamlet, court, captain, sailors, musicians.
My friends, my court, my family, our guests from Italy, and all those who attend our feast tonight. My son, our Denmark prince to Wittenberg, returns tomorrow to resume his studies and complete his growth into a man. A man to be the pride of Denmark, and the pride of my long reign, my marriage, and my life. But ere he doth depart, I would the world to hear and know the honor I possess in bringing such a man as he into the world. My son, my Hamlet, now a man, I drink to thee.
I thank thee, Father, for thy words in praise.
By my troth, art thou staring, or do I mistake thine eyes' direction, since they are not hardly visible behind their bulge?
My pardon, lord, indeed I stare.
Cease it, ere I complete the task the man begun, that battered face of thine, and cut away surrounding swells of skin to pluck thine eyes, and so remove thy base impertinence.
1,000 pardons, lord, forgive me, but my eyes remain on thee to marvel at thy bravery, for thou makest no attempts to feign the happiness of this event. Despite the dance and music present now, ye sit with gaze of 1,000 sorrows, and such melancholy makes one wonder at how many ailments torment thy life.
I am of royalty, so I need not put forth and feign the mirth and joy that all the servants so disguise their faces with.
A fate that causes gratitude in me for face of mine. For face of mine cannot distinguish to be for temperament or mood of any kind, and skin of mine doth serve as a disguise for features of all moods.
A much appropriate welcome to this cursed land. What man filleted thy face thus?
No man. A cowardly small boy that hides behind his status to commit such acts. Such acts that certain he doth label brave, but would not dare to do whilst lacking rank of his, lest he may cause this princely pain.
We must accept our stations in this life. 'Tis dangerous to think them made by man, and also dangerous to think them made by God, for both such thoughts to madness lead. Ill fate, poor luck, bad chance, unfavorable odds, these are solutions for our minds and hearts.
You speak of stations thus, but also claim to be of royalty, so what ails thee? It cannot be lack of currency, nor lack of servants, lack of food, nor clothes. So what frustrations rile thy mind and heart?
You question more than liking mine, sailor. Thy curiosity will warrant but increased beating on thyself, and give thy spirit further reason to bemoan.
Forgive my boldness, lord, I speak without all care. This land hath shaken spirit mine, and I have lost my sense and manners thus.
Methinks convenience of misplacement of thy senses be the reason for ill luck that has befallen features of thy face.
'Tis possible. Methinks convenience of solutions to thy heart and mind, to blame misfortune on such fancies of the fates, and luck and chance but serve as elegant excuse for thou to find avoidance of such opportunities to take up arms against the choices of the gods and men that keep thee in unhappy stations thine.
Were it not for occasion present of my nephew, I would slay thee on this floor.
'Tis certain thou shalt find occasion ripe for such a murder, and if I be dead an hour soon to come, I fail to see the disadvantage in disclosing what such tragedies befall thy mind and soul. 'Tis oft, I find, that peoples all who be e'er discontent with circumstances, or do rail against their own misfortuned fates, have yet attempted to relinquish all their comforts, or to make appropriate and necessary sacrifices to provide such remedies essential to the aid of what doth make them sad. And so, good sir, perhaps a lowly sailor, such as I, who has traversed across the seas and lands this world doth offer, can suggest a remedy or two. If it be not a lack of status, nor a lack of life's necessities, what now so plagues thy mind?
A squandered heart, betrayed and crushed and broke, now overplagued with hope and fantasies. No matter what the mind and reason tell the heart to cease with its naive daydreams, does ever thunder on through jealousy and storm of odds that rains the truth upon imaginings of mine, that happiness and love are still but possible in years remaining in my life. But God has thus so organized the world in manners that his laws must be broken in order to attain the happiness the fortunate and blessed of this earth receive without a second thought or moment's pause. This type of plague in hearts doth break us all, regardless of the rank or status we are born into.
Thou art unwilling to now break the laws of God in order for thy dreams to turn into reality? Think'st thou that those who have the fortune you desire find time to care for all the laws of God and man? Fie, they have made a fool of thee, for by design they manufacture laws and rules that thou must follow for none but their sake, whilst they may pilfer as they please. Who knows the mind of God but God himself? Until he comes again unto this earth and speaks, the brevity and pain of life is all the hindrance to happiness I need, without the piling of such morals to the heap of reasons to unhappy be. I warrant thou art brother to the king, as thou disclosest thy relation to the prince. What love thou fails to yet attain, despite the royal station you possess, can but belong to single woman.
Lord Claudius, canst thou identify this music now? Rememberst thou the dance we did accompany to it some years ago? I would repeat the pleasure, Lord.
'Tis etched in memory of mine, O Queen. If thou shouldst speak of this to any soul, I shall find means to fling thee from the walls surrounding us and crush thy bones upon the jagged rocks that lie below. Take heed.
The silence of my tongue belongs to thee, my lord. He wails of trials of his heart and mind, whilst he possesses all the gold a man could need to buy the women of this land tenfold. And yet, two men with common goals are allies till the goal's attained, and since it is intention mine to here uproot a kingdom, I do lack the luxury of finicky decisions of my friends.